So hi everyone and welcome to my third episode of owning my BMW M3 E46. So today I need to show you guys exactly what's wrong with my car. The car has a very long list of things that I need to change, and I'm going to try to take you through the long list of things I need to change. Okay, so the first thing I saw when I bought the car was the windows. I don't know if you noticed in the second video, I think so, when I'm driving the car, there is kind of a weird tinted thing on the window. Yes, the windows are tinted, but kind of like in the bad way, not really, really good way. So my plan is to remove the old tinted thing and then place it with a new one. I believe the front ones should be all clear. From factory, all cars, I believe they come with some sort of tinted on the window to help you kind of minimize the light that comes into the car, and also prevents for the car to get very warm in the summer. When they are done properly, I think they're great. I love them. But when they are done badly, this is what happens. Okay, second thing is the rear arches. Yes, I don't have many shots of the car from outside, and because you do that lovely cinematic shot, the rust even looks nice. I need to replace that because visually it just looks old and bad. So yes, second thing that I need to replace, rear arches, respray the car, remove them, replace them, get new ones. Next. Okay, not only the car has rust in the back arches, which are absolutely horrendous, but also you can see rust within other pieces of the car. I mean, it's normal, it's a 20-year-old car, so obviously you would find rust in a few bits, but the rear arches are obviously the ones that are the worst. But I need to be able to remove all the rust that I can see within the car. It just doesn't look nice. So when I go and respray the car, the plan is to do the whole car. Okay, something else that I saw that is not that expensive to replace is the rubber around the windows, in the front windows, but also at the back, on the back windows, which is like the little windows. I can show you a shot of the rubber. It just looks a little bit, I mean, it looks old. It's an old car, so you know it's expected. So this is something else that I want to replace, because obviously if I respray the car, hopefully it will be at the same time that I'll do that. So respray and remove, replace all the rubbers around the windows, you know, it just looks fresh, much fresher. Okay, how can I try to explain this one? Can you see that? Yeah, that's to bring this baby up and down, but doesn't work actually. So I have a hole instead of this, which is a bit annoying because I need to use this finger here to bring the window up and down. So that's another thing that I need to replace, buy a new one. All the other four do work and everything works, but this one, which is actually the most important one, doesn't work. So yeah, that's the one that I need to buy, replace, and check where am I going to buy and replace this. Amazon most probably. Next, I talked about this one and I really want to do a video about the seats, but this is something that really annoys me. If there is something that annoys me about this car, is the seats. Listen, they are beautiful, I love them, fantastic, yeah, they're great, but the problem is they are quite complicated to move up and down. So not only I have an issue, which is I cannot move the seat all the way to the front so I can fit and go to the back of the car. So that's a problem, but I think that I will always have that problem. But the fact that I cannot bring this seat up and down, it just annoys me. Like, I feel that every time I enter the car, and I'm not old, but I'm not young as well, and I struggle to get in and out of the car. I just feel like an old man getting in and out of the car. And also in terms of the driving, you know, I don't know if you can see it, but it's yeah, it's just too, I hate it. A skid. That's it. A skid. What's the problem? A skid. A skid, by the way, means next in Portuguese. Okay, something else that I think I've said in the other video, in the previous video, is the airbag, the passenger airbag doesn't work. It does work, but the problem is when you fit these kind of seats, there is some connections underneath the seat that obviously says to or communicates to the car saying that there is a seat here and it's connected, and the seat belt is also connected, so everything is connected, which is not the case in this car. The airbag doesn't really work. So I have this lovely light, which is gorgeous, I love it, on the dashboard, showing me that the airbag doesn't work, which is great. Okay, do you know when you reverse and you hear beep 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 beep, which is sometimes a little bit annoying, but it does help. Kind of prevents you to crash into, I don't know, another car, a tree, a wall, whatever. This car, I believe it does have sensors, but they don't work. In some of them, they even have holes, so I'm not sure what's wrong with it, so I need to fix it, which again is going to take me ages to figure out. And it's going to be most probably expensive. Well, if it's a matter of connections, connecting that into the car, somehow it's fine. If the sensors are missing and I need to replace them with new ones, then it's going to cost me a little bit of money, but it's okay. So what I'm going to try to do is when I respray the car, obviously some parts that need to be removed, and one of them will be the bumper, the rear bumper. So when they do that, I'm going to try to fix that and see if they have sensors, and if they do, why they're not working. Do you know when you have a day, especially in London, that is quite foggy and you want to use your fog lights, the front ones, not the back ones but the front ones? Talking about that, I don't even know if the back ones work, but anyways, the front ones, on one of the sides, which I'm not sure depending where you're watching the video, gets foggy, which is interesting, isn't it? Because it seems like it's accordingly to the weather. So the weather is foggy and the light gets foggy, which is great. So that's something else that I need to fix, replace, remove, I don't know, break it even. But yeah, something else that I need to do is that one. The fog light gets foggy, and I think it's a common thing as well within M3s or this kind of car. So yeah, I need to replace that. Remove, replace. Next. The last one, which I'm not even sure how can I put it, because obviously if you're watching this video and if I say this, you're going to call me, I don't know, many names, but I just need to say it. The car smells. I did have a shower today, but the car still smells, and it smells like an old car. Does that make sense? If you have an old car, if you had an old car, you know the smell, which is like this mixture of old leather and really, yeah, it's just not great. So every time I get into the car, you know when you have those smells that remind you of things, this one reminds me of old people. Yeah, there's no other way of saying it. It just, that's what it smells like. It smells like old people. But, you know, it is what it is. Can I buy a thingy to make it smell better? Yes. Do I like it? No. But, you know, it's just the reality. Okay, guys, by the way, the shots that I'm doing of the outside of the car, I'm using this little baby, which is a C500 Mark II. Yes, I know it's a bit different from the one that I'm using and the one that I've used inside the car, but whilst I was filming the outside, I've realized even more things that are wrong. So let me show you. So one of them is this one. It's foggy as well. Why not? So remember, I've mentioned this one and this one, obviously, because I didn't want the other one to feel alone. He's also foggy. Something else, center caps on the wheels. They look lovely, don't they? How can I really start this one? Do you know when you buy a car, there is a few things you need to check, basic stuff. If you don't understand cars, I get it. You know, you buy a car and you just pray to the car god that everything's fine. But Sometimes it isn't. That kind of happened to me. Let me try to explain. So when I bought the car, everything was fine, and then I realized, oh, I haven't opened the glove box. And then I opened the glove box actually, and to my surprise, I've saw a receipt that kind of explain all the things that are massively wrong with this car. Should we start? Let's go. Okay, are you ready? AC belt perished. I think that's how you say it. Coil springs corroded. Great, isn't it? Rear arches rusty. That one that one I can see. Thanks. Okay, front brake pipes corroding. Rear brake pipes not secure. I mean, at least if I die, hopefully it won't happen in a car accident. This car, at least there is a list of things that I mean, it's documented, isn't it? That's why YouTube is great, because it kind of shows you the police doesn't even need to do anything. I have beautiful cinematic shots of how bad those things are. Anyways, okay, the number plate, the front and the back is damaged, so I believe I need to remove it and replace it with a new one. So yeah, that's fine. I could see that. I can see that. Airbag bag light is on. Thank you. Next one. Front tires worn on edges. They're expensive even, which is great. Next. Front level sensor seized. NSF back. Just the word seized. Okay, next one. Plate loose corroded. OSF. I don't even know what's OSF, but it doesn't, I'm sure it's nothing nice. Okay, this one is great. The diff, it's something that you don't really want to see anywhere when it comes to pinpoint what are the things that are wrong with the car. I'm going to read this one out. Slight diff leak. The BMW fans must be laughing now a lot. I'm not. And then the next one is PDC fail. PDC, if you're there, you failed. Which is, that means that my bank account is also failed. Thanks, BMW. Okay, I have a next one. Anti-roll bar leakage. Ball joint dust cover no longer prevents the ingress of dirt offside front. My English is not great, but none of that seemed nice. It's okay. Oil leak, but not excessive. So it's leaking a lot of oil. It's not that bad. It's bad. You know what? Sometimes I wish I had that soothing voice so I could read this one just to make it a little bit more dramatic. Anti-roll bar corroded, but not seriously. Weakened rear. So in a way, they've been nice actually. So they said that it's horrendous or bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Just don't drive it. Because if it's parked outside, then it's at the front, not at the back actually, but the front, the BMW logo is at the moment white. It's not blue, it's just white, which is great. It's a different kind of, so there is the BMW, normal BMW, the M version, and you have the white version, which is the, it's not the CS version, CCLS. So it's the M, that one, and then that one, which is the white one. So I'm going to hashtag BMW white, not the car but the logo. So that's great, thanks.